All right, let me see if I can show that again. This is how to get a girl. Let me see if it'll do it right this time. All right. So this was my film. Let me come back on now. Put my face back on it here. There I am. So this was my film, How to Get a Girl. Um, and I did this film back in when I was at Columbia College in Chicago, which was in 1997. So you can imagine how long ago that was. This is 2023 right now. And it was the very first short film that I did myself. They gave me a Bolex camera. I filmed it in black and white, silent. It was a crank camera, a Bolex crank camera. Um, and I had 100 feet of film. Um, so that's like, let me see. So that's about 2.5 minutes. I had 2.5 minutes, yes, of film, and it turned out to be this 1 minute. I cut it down to 1 minute. That's what my roles were, and it was reversal film. So this wasn't even negative, black and white negative. So you have if you have negative film, you can make as many copies as you want. But with what you get now, you can make copies, nowadays with reversal film, but it's just not as easy to manipulate in the editing process. So we really had to have a great idea of what we wanted to do when I was in class, and so that was the first one. So I'm gonna go through it from the beginning. All right, so the reason why it's blurry in the beginning. So the very first, I'm downtown Chicago. That is Buckingham Fountain in Grant Park off Michigan and uh, not well, I guess it's not off Michigan. It's off Lakeshore Drive, and I forgot the name of the street that's next to Lakeshore Drive. Anyway, but it's like a couple of streets off of Michigan, but it's on Lakeshore Drive, which is called John Baptiste du Sable Lakeshore Drive now. So this is John Baptiste du Sable Drive. Um, so anyway, they just gave us some Bolexes. Everybody had a Bolex camera that was in the class, and we all went. I think they gave us. It might have been about 20 of us. That may be too many. It seemed like it was 20. It was maybe like 15 of us, and they may have given us like 5 cameras. And so on this particular day, I had the camera, and then I can ask whoever I want to help me like be actors or whatever, or do whatever else. I guess hold a flag or anything. But we didn't know anything about flagging and lighting and all that types. All we knew, we read like film techniques, that book, and another book. I forgot what the other book was, and we just understood exposures and a few filters like the ND filters, neutral density filters, like the orange filters and the blue filter to when it's like blue skies. But I think the sky wasn't blue. I think it was overcast. Anyway, it's a beautiful picture. I always love film because it's so dramatic. So anyway, that's how I started. These are just two young people from my class. I don't remember their names. I'm sorry. For those who may know these people, remember this is 1997. So this is how they looked in 1997, and they went to Columbia College in Chicago. So So my very first shot ever with a film camera was that's a Prudential building, and I thought it'd be really cool. That's my establishing shot from and there's the Sears Tower. Back then it was called the Sears Tower, the tallest building on the planet, the Sears Tower. Now it's called the Willis Tower, and it's like the third or fourth tallest building on the planet now, I think. But anyway, it's my first setup, and I have a book sitting there on the table there. So my whole idea here is just, you know, it's what you see. You have to be able to tell a story without actually having any music or any sound, any dialogue, or anything. So the question is, can you understand the story? So through pictures, through the lighting, and just the juxtaposition of frames that you have to be able to tell a complete story. So this is my beginning. This is how I learned how to tell a story, to be a storyteller. I was already a storyteller, but this was molding me into a film storyteller. So, I mean, I don't have to explain this. It is, as you can see, I had some other book. I don't know, it's probably one of my film books, and I just put paper around it. And I learned that in high school. That is a cool shot. That was one of my cool shots. I will say the shot before here. Um, let me see. My teacher, which was Christian Milady. Yes, that was his name, Christian Milady. He was my instructor. He really liked this shot because it was offset. Like I didn't take a angle where it looked like that pole was in the middle. It's like it's the juxtaposition is different. So he really liked that. So, but I just thought it was a cool shot, So it was a good second shot, basically. So the first established shot, this is like my long shot, and then with all this you always using formulas. So then I went into a close shot or medium shot. So this is a medium shot. So I went from establishing shot to long shot. Now this is a medium shot. Someone would say this is some other shot, but I think it's cool. And then from there, now I'm telling the story. So I go back to this. It's kind of a long shot here. It's a long shot. Some people were confused with that. It was hard for me to get that. I did that take him looking up like 12 times. Oh my gosh. Eventually I just said, oh, forget it. We'll just keep it because I could not get, I was still learning how to direct. So that's a beautiful shot with the balcony, with the Buckingham Fountain back there. And here we have a little bit of tracking. So now, if I thought about it, if I was able to do this again, I would make sure the Buckingham Fountain was in there probably. But what I didn't want to do is make it seem like I was so, I didn't want the scenery to tell the whole story. But the way it begins, it seems like something exciting is going to happen because the water is so, it's like action. It's violent like the water, but it's supposed to be a peaceful atmosphere, but it really wasn't. Then I pan over to those cars and everything, those tall buildings, so it kind of puts you're not as at ease as I would think you would be watching it. But when you're there, downtown Buckingham Fountain, it feels like you're at ease. So all right, so in the end, I show who it is, what's in the book. Now, when I first did this film, and I think I have recut it. In the beginning, I showed how to get a girl. When he walked up to the bench, it says how to get a girl, but my instructor, Christian Milady, was like, "You should wait, let the suspense be there, and then once he gets done talking to the young lady, and see that, whatever he was reading, it didn't work out." And then showed up the title. And I was like, okay, I didn't like it, but and to this day I still don't like. I should have kept it the way I went because even though that's a way to do it, when you're an artist, you do the things the way you see it. Don't you can't let other people's ideas of because there is no rules of art. There are no rules. So whatever you feel it do it, just don't be this what's the word? Irresponsible. That's it. Don't be irresponsible. That's what I would say. So that's that. That's that part of the commentary. Now, if I was to talk about it again in a different way, now just talking about the story. So the story here is there's a guy that's just out taking a walk. You know, I don't know. He's probably kind of depressed or whatever, and it just so happened. It seems like it's divine intervention, and that this book is just sitting here. But you know what's odd about it? The book is sitting there. Someone else, you would think it's kind of foreshadowing because someone else probably tried to use it and it didn't work, and they threw it back down there. So that's probably why the book is there by itself. I mean, how to get a girl is a really cool thing, because how many people don't know how to fall in love and find the one that you want to be with and all that. So it was really busy, boy. I was cars and trucks. So here he is. Now, where is he going by himself? I have no idea. Just walking, but a man that's just walking around downtown and walking across Buckingham Fountain, Grant Park. There are no businesses on the other side. All the businesses are where he's coming from. So I don't know if he's going to go jump in the lake or whatever, or just, go and try to get some peace by going to the lake or just get some peace by looking at the fountain or whatever. Anyway, this gets his attention. The reason why it gets his attention is probably because he's having problems with it, not because he has a wife. And then boom, looks like divine intervention again. Look at this pretty girl that's walking past, you know. And so, he's like, oh, well, let me go to whatever chapter says what are you supposed to say, because obviously you think how to get a girl. There's all these introductions. Now I want to get straight to, okay, she's in your face. What do you say? He finds something really quickly. He holds on to the book. I don't know what he's planning on doing. He stuffs it in his pocket. I don't know what he's planning on doing. Like if he gets stuck, he'll pull it out and start reading more. I don't know. But he finds some passage and he says it to her. It turns her off right away. I mean, right away. She's like, ugh. The thing about it is, they may be on two totally different paths. She might can't stand men right now because maybe her boyfriend just cheated on her or her husband. I would say boyfriend, not husband, because she's out there walking by herself and she goes to a place of peace. And here this guy comes. It just so happens this is not the time nor the place. But he's gonna blame the book. You know, she was really mean, but and look how easy he gave up. It just throws it down. So that's unfortunate. But I'm not just talking about the story now. But anyway, yeah, that's so it's cool. That was my very first film, and everybody in my class thought it was really cool. I thought it was great um, because of I think everybody got it. Everybody understood the story I told without any sound. Like all I'm doing is commentary. There's no commentary when you're watching it. You know, it's just silent, and you just have to look at the pictures, and the pictures tells you what is going on. If you don't get it, you get it once you see the book. So that's the end of my commentary for this. I have more commentaries coming up for other short films that I've done. All right, peace.